Dun, 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 dun. Turn this off. Bitrate's looking good. Fantastic. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all doing so well. It's me, GC, here again for another Dragon Quest II HD 2D stream. Hopefully, closer to the end now. I don't think we're gonna beat the game today, but closer to the end for sure. I am a little, you know, what do you call it? I am a little, slightly worse for wear today. Just a little bit. Though it is Monday, so, you know. Can you blame me? Can you blame me, folks? I'm gonna try to maintain my demeanor. My current demeanor. But that will probably be hard won. That is a battle that will be hard fought. So I apologize if I fail that battle. I do apologize. Ooh, a new Paper Mario like is out. Let me see. AI disclosures? None. Good. Good. That brings me hope. I will wishlist it for now. If you had if your game had a city builder in it, I would have bought it right away. We're all slightly worse for wear. Yeah, it's true. I know I'm in good company. I realize I'm in good company. I have like an itch that is not being scratched by a bunch of games that I'm playing right around now. And I think what it is that I yearn for life. I yearn for life. I do not wish to play video games. I wish to live. I wish to feel the sand beneath my feet. I wish to go outside and not be afraid. I want life. Life. Oh. Oh, did I buy the DLC already? Whoops. Tanabe is retiring from Intelligent Systems. You're gonna have to remind me who that is, because I don't know Intelligent Systems devs by name. You know, the longer I stare at my Steam sales stuff, the longer it's gonna take to start the game. So we're just gonna... I'm gonna cash out, check out with what I wanted to buy because it's on sale, and we're gonna go and start playing the video game now because we need to move. We need to move. What is this? No. This can go away. This is done. We're gonna close you. My controller's not plugged in. Welcome to the Winter Wonderland. Oh yeah, everybody's snowed in. All you folks out there in the north. Not even that far north, to be honest. You're snowed in. Good luck to everybody out there who's snowed in. If you're here and you're snowed in, I hope your power stays on. And I hope I can give you something enjoyable to watch. Something's wrong about my coffee. Different mug today. The guy they put in charge of Paper Mario. Ugh. Well, you know what? I shouldn't go. Origami King was fun from what I played of it. I gotta go back and play more of it. I quite enjoyed my time with Origami King. What little I played of it. I should go back and finish that on my Switch 2. What the hell were we doing? We gotta awaken Rubus from her slumber. We also gotta go to the ghost ship. We gotta go meet with the Queen of the Mermaids. That's what we were going to do, because we were kind of up Shit's Creek. We didn't really have like a way to do nothing. And I still don't have the ultimate key. But we did get Snoop. I remember we got Snoop. And there's still treasure around here. I think this is safe to walk around in now. Yeah, everybody's like, okay. I'm just gonna explore here real quick. This is not where we have to go, but... there's like an item shop now. So I figure maybe there's something here that we don't have that we want. I just wanna find out. Ah. It's just a bikini. Does it change their sprite? Does it put them in a bikini? Don't tell me it does. I don't want that to be the case. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of putting the teenagers in the bikini. It's just not my vibe, you know? So there's two treasures. One here, one on this floor, and one on the second floor. I can't believe you're playing Dragon Quest instead of the hit new game High Guard. Yeah. So, like, what's the deal with that anyway? So, like, is the reason everyone's making fun of High Guard because the people that make it are pieces of shit? Or did we all just decide we were just gonna be assholes? Like, I don't know what the story is there. I saw it on my social media. People were just like making like shit posts, and I was just like, oh, are they just like huge pieces of shit or like what? Because that kind of confused me. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of weirded me out a little bit. Big game surprised by the final because it liked it and it was this time after except for one character for the devs. It's been weird, but the vitriol is more than warranted. Is more than is warranted. Yeah, I don't really like don't get me wrong, I love shitting on shitty people, but like I understand games as a service, no bueno, right? Like that's obvious. You know, I'm right there with everybody. But I'm like, you know what this is? You know what this is? This is me being annoyed that people don't know how to have like This is me being annoyed that I never see people I know talk about anything like articulately, and all they know how to do is make shit posts about it. This is just me being frustrated about that. This is a me problem, I think. But also, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think there's a double standard. I think there's a double standard sometimes where it's like, you're allowed to be an asshole as long as you're trying to be funny. As long as you're trying to be funny, or if you are funny, you can be as big of an asshole as you want. But if you're just being an asshole to someone who may or may not deserve it, then we have to evaluate whether or not you're being too mean. There we go. I gotta go to the mermaid place. It's the fact that Jeff Keighley tried to render his credibility to the game failing to realize that he doesn't have any. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you just want to say fuck Jeff Keighley, then you can just say fuck Jeff Keighley. You know? You ain't gotta be doing all this. But I mean, I guess if you're more comfortable doing it like this, you know, I guess I can't stop you, but I just feel like you should just say fuck Jeff Keighley. I think that's more productive and like more true to how you feel than, like, I don't know, spending an hour making a fake Blue Sky account to pretend to be the Highguard devs announcing their game launch. I don't know, something about that feels less honest about how you feel to me. Why be so guarded about your opinion? Just say it. There's better ways to have fun with it. I don't know.
Well met, friends.
I don't know, I'm thinking too deeply about it.
The harp. Of course, at last you ask. I knew one day you would. And I would gladly...
Yeah, I know. I mean, people are just tired of hero shooters and games as a service in general.
Alas, I must apologize. I owe you that and more. Though sorry will do little to appease you all, I'm sure.
Whatever do you mean?
What happened?
Hand me the harp.
I like RNGs to be on. All I know about Highguard is it's a hero shooter with horses. Yeah. But then, like, people try to make it something. Like, somebody, I think IGN made a post that was like, why are we shitting on this game before it even comes out? Like, we don't even know if it's good. And then other people were like, why is IGN telling us to you know, be nice to the games as a service dev? And it's like, what are you talking about?
We acquired it on the surface, did we not?
You did, though you should not have done. Their rightful place is here. Or was, until my mother's time. Such inauspicious years. We kept them safe, that one day when the human hero came. The blessed Lady Rubis might be...
I remember your review of God Hand. That was years ago! None of the people that work there are still there!
By any measure. Forsook those priceless pearls of ours, and thus we lost our treasure.
She... What happened, if I might ask?
How long must it have been now? Long, long ago, a foolish mermaid loved a human lad. The days they spent together were the happiest she'd had. To love and be loved in return was new and warm and good. For him she would have done just about anything she could. And so when he did ask of her to prove her love by taking her kind's most precious jewels, her choice was not long in the making. She crept into the royal chambers down there deep below, and took the precious pearls she found there right back to her bow. She made of them 2 earrings, one each for him and her, and proudly fastened hers in place, her true love to aver. She did not think a moment on the purpose of the pearls, but blindly made a gift of them, that silliest of girls. As time wore on, her lover came to see her less and less. And so she went to where he,
Mermaid stairs.
urged on by loneliness.
Yeah, right? Why do they got stairs? Why do the mermaids have stairs?
Was when she saw it. He and his father, merchants both, did conspire to take her and her sister's prisoner, a spectacle to make. The thought that he might not be true had never crossed her mind. This human who had been so good, considerate and kind. Besides which he had promised he would never breathe a word of where the mermaids might be found or what he might have heard. And then their eyes met, or so it seemed. But looking back, I really cannot tell. Perhaps he never saw me, nor the scales as they fell. I turned and left, my only thought to flee that awful place. And that was the last time I ever looked upon his face. Yet mercifully, for mermaid kind, they never did appear. Their plan abandoned, who knows why, through idleness or fear. And though the wrongs he did me ache, and will forevermore, yet still I surface now and then to scan the rocky shore.
It's gonna be a whole misunderstanding because she's a woman.
In doing so, one day a shipwrecked sailor I did spy, my every sense a-screaming at the sight that met my eye. And though I thought to leave him there and let fate take its course, I could not bear the thought of it. The sorrow.
I hope it's not that. I hope it's not that, like, oh, she totally misunderstood what was happening.
I dragged the man ashore and placed into his senseless hand that pearl, the sister pearl of which had long since gone to land.
The fact that games and series cost us 30 billions is hilarious. Oh yeah, but they're stupid.
So precious to you, and you
Just
didn't
completely
even know
misreading the
the
market.
shipwrecked sailor.
The sight of it had grown too much, that foul, ill-fated thing.
It's really funny that, like, the more you pay attention to the business antics of the video game world, the more it becomes obvious that for a long time it's just been run by failed CEOs elsewhere who sucked at doing their job and were basically ousted out of their previous companies and went into video games. And there they took advantage of people that didn't really have a sharp business acumen, and they just ran the entire industry into the ground. It took a while to do so, but you know, literally everybody, like, even when I was very young, even when I was like maybe like 9 or 10 years old, I was reading about people urging game companies to be smarter about what they were doing. And I grew up watching reading and watching articles and video articles about people saying, hey, this is not sustainable. Hey, the things you're doing are going to cause problems in the long run. And it's going to be bad for everybody if you do this. And, you know, this is one of those things that, like, sometimes I hear a Zoomer talk about the video game industry, like someone who's like still like maybe in their very early 20s. They start talking to you about like, oh, you know, like they don't have like a frame of reference for like what the video game industry was like before. And like they don't have like a full grasp of the timeline because they weren't there. This is gonna sound like old man yells at clouds, but like I grew up watching people advocate for change in the industry and the way the industry handled things, and the industry basically largely ignored it by all accounts.
But it was his, and so the pearl might yet bear a bauble.
So it's like this
Thinking to search for
this
it,
is
I
this
made
was
to
like
go abroad,
basically
but there were so many
predicted
monsters,
when I was like 16. When I was like 16 years old, I was reading things and watching things of people going, this is what's going to happen. It won't happen next year. It might not even happen the next 5 years, but it might happen the next 10. And like, yeah, it did.
'Twas on that ship he came to me the day that we first met.
Like, it wasn't sudden. It wasn't like, it isn't like the economy the way it is now is the reason the industry is crashing. If anything, you could say the way the industry has been ran is what's caused the economy to go to shit. See, that's the thing, is like a lot of people think that's like a thing that some people sort of forget sometimes, and we all got to get reminded of it every once in a while. The economy is not this thing that changes and then affects businesses. The way you run your businesses, the way the monopolies run their business affects the economy. The economy is a social construct. It is influenced by society. Without human civilization, economy as a concept does not exist. Animals don't have the economy. So the way you run your business influences and shapes the economy. And if you run your business a certain way and you happen to have a business that holds a very large part of the market share in whatever market you're in, yeah, you will affect the economy by running it poorly. If you run it poorly, the economy does bad. If you run it well, the economy does better. Now, do people understand this? No. Which is why game companies can run the economy into the ground, their markets into the ground. They can damage the markets that they're in. You can literally replace video game CEO or video game company with like any other company in any other market, by the way. Like, they can do this, ruin the market, damage their slice of the greater economic state, right? And then turn around and tell the layman, oh, it's the economy. It's because it's expensive to make games now. Oh, it's because, we're not doing so well as an economic superpower in the United States right now. That's why, we have to do all these layoffs and stuff like that. It's the economy. But you're the person that shapes the economy. You're the person that was in control of the market. You're the one that did the things and advocated and endorsed the things that have caused these problems. You don't get to turn around and go, oh yeah, it's like this because of things that we don't have control over. You do have control over it. We've been telling you that you have control over it. We've been telling you that the things you do will influence it. You just didn't care because you were making money. People forget that. Okay, so she's like the ghost ship. I was paying attention. I was paying attention. You thought. You thought I wasn't paying attention, but I was. But I don't want to go to the ghost ship. The Pandora's box is gonna kill me. Ugh. Fine. I blame Steve Jobs and Jack Welch. I blame a lot of people for the tech industry. Yeah, we're just gonna kazap everything. I can't imagine the ship is like very big. Oh wait, can I talk to you? Okay, I gotta go kill the boss that's keeping all these people alive. Caradoc, can you just like deal with this for me, please? I didn't have to do that. That was a little bit excessive. Apologies to the monster that I obliterated with a Kazap. Okay. Let's try this again. After these messages.
Here comes the cold snap.
I really hope Fortune's Weave isn't a prequel. I don't think it will be because Sothis recognizes you, so... You know. In the trailer, Sothis responds to you as though she's known you for some time. I mean, it could be a prequel, but she recognizes you, the player, in which case I would be okay with that. I would actually be okay with that as long as somebody is aware that I am returning. I don't really want a prequel, to be honest. Like I'll be honest, like a prequel for that game for Three Houses would feel like ugh. Cause like I like that a lot of that history is just in the history books in Three Houses, where it's like you don't really know what actually like sort of occurred.
Very good.
Again, here comes the Thwax.
Refight has won.
Here come the Thwax. 50 fucking Thwax. Multi-fists. Matilda's Kazing. Take a chance with Lady Luck. No. It's just like the rate. It's like the rate at which it casts Thwack that upsets me.
I owe you one.
Also, the fact that it's not weak to anything. Are you a demon? Do you count as demon? I want to heal him, but I feel like he's gonna die if I try to heal him. Oh wait, I think I can put the mimics to sleep. If I remember right.
Full heal.
My apologies.
I think I can. It didn't fall asleep now, but I think I can. Do I have Dazzle with you? Can I Fizzle? I need to protect myself from those instant kill moves. Jesus Christ. This thing is so freaking strong. Dude. I don't understand you. Why is it so strong? Is this the boss? Am I like... Is the Mimic the boss? Is the Pandora's Box the boss? I'm going to be the antagonist of Fortune's Weave. I don't care. I don't care about stuff like that. I care about like whatever story they want to tell. Like I so don't care about like the world elements and like the politics of Three Houses. Like I want a story that means something in reference to those things. I don't care how they go about doing it. But like I want them to do something compelling regardless of what they do. Like I don't care about like the actual like plot details. I care about like where they go with the story and how the wartime stuff influences that story and what they're trying to say with it. But like as far as like who goes to war with who, I don't care. That doesn't have meaning until they write the story and give it meaning. So like they could do anything. I was helping somebody write a. I have a couple of friends that are working on a story. They want to write a story, and one of them was asking me. He was like, "Hey, how do I like I want my I want to. I'm trying to think of like what smoking means to the character in the story." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want to figure out like what it means in the story when a character smokes." And I was like, and I had to kind of like, in a very roundabout way, because it was very late at night, I was like, the meaning of smoking in your story isn't something you think of like you don't start with the meaning. Like, rather, you don't start with like the literalness of like what is happening. You just start writing the story. So you don't start with like meaning. You start with just telling a story, right? And you don't think about like the details of like what this means, you know, when you're writing. You're just writing. Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry, I'm like trying to like not lose this fight and talk about writing advice at the same time. Jesus fucking Christ.
That was too close.
Anyway. So like you don't think about things like that. You don't go, oh, like what you're writing right now, like, oh yeah, let's do a bad guy, let's do like a rug pull, right? Like that's not really how the writing process works. You might have like some ideas about like how you want
I am ready.
like general like little like set pieces or something, but like the thing with writing, and the thing that I was trying to tell my friend, is that like you really generally don't start with meaning when you start writing a story. You kind of just start by telling a story that you have an idea for, and through writing the story you better understand what you were trying to say, if that makes sense. Where it's like you're not really like when you tell a story, when you write a story, you're not really like focused on like what it all means so much as like, you know, what's the premise? What do I want to like okay, so I got this guy and he wants to do this. Like you start with like more, I don't want to say surface level like stuff, but you start with a concept, right? And then whatever that concept really means to you becomes revealed to you when you're writing. You're not really privy to that. Not necessarily in like beforehand, if that makes sense. And like what you think you're writing about can change as you're writing. I hope I'm making sense. Like it was really hard to explain, but basically it was like you can't, like, the meaning of the things you write reveals itself to you as you're writing. It doesn't start with it.
Very good.
It's not all about planning, it's about feeling. Well, like, it's not even, like, see, that's the thing, is, like, I wouldn't even call it feeling. Right? Like, it's just like, when you know how people always tell you, oh, the best way to start writing is to just start writing? Like, that's real.
You're mine.
My God. They are just not fucking dying. And I do not have the means to kill them. It's too much. It's too much to heal yourself. It's too much. You're doing too much. Come on, man. Fucking A. I'm just gonna Hatchet Man. I'm just gonna Hatchet Man. Like, what do I do? Jesus.
I shall return this favor.
You're dead next turn anyway, my friend. We're all dead next turn anyway. Okay, fine. Waste your thing on killing yourself, I guess. Waste your turn on healing. Why are the fucking Pandora's boxes so hard in these remakes? You gotta nerf this shit, man. This is in fucking ridiculous. Why does it heal for 500 HP?
Return to us. Whew, my only one.
It's fully healed. He's good to go now. This shit is infuriating.
We will prevail. Multi-heal.
My God. My goodness. I don't even know what to do. Like, why do I, where do I start? And I'm having terrible luck with the thwacks.
You'll be fine.
I'm having terrible luck with the thwacks. She's gonna die, but fuck it, whatever. Oh my God. This fight sucks. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this fight just sucks. Like, I'm not enjoying the fight. Like, I am not having a good time with this, Sam I am. When do I get to like do at what point do you decide that this is not too much? Jesus fucking Christ. At least kill me respectfully, for fuck's sake. That's it, it's over. How do I pull back from this? Oh my fucking God. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, but it doesn't... Yeah, it's just such a hit to the attack power that it might as well just not be a thing. Oh, maybe I should do the sigil moves. I should do the sigil moves. Okay. I mean, like, I'm just gonna hatchet man the fuck out of him and kazap the fuck out of him and kaboom, and I guess we'll kabuff if I can get one out before he kills somebody. I'm just gonna. This is my strategy. This is my strategy. Well, oh no, I don't even need to. I can just keep doing this because she has a hustle dance.
Stay vigilant. You have my gratitude. I have you.
I'll do another hustle dance. Fuck you. Oh, the fight's too easy. Let's fucking turn it up a bit. Fucking asshole.
We must hold out.
I literally don't care if you die. Oh, you know what though? What a fucking pain in the ass. What a fucking pain in the ass. After all that, I beat it in like a couple turns on this try. What a fucking shitty boss fight. What a shitty fucking enemy. I hate these things. And I love mimics. These things fucking suck. That fight fucking sucks. Huh. Whatever. Anyway, so basically, I was trying to explain to my friend that when it comes to writing, you don't want to start with thinking, oh, what does it mean when I make my character do this thing? That's too granular. It's too granular. It's too like specific. Like oh, like I want this to happen, or I want this thing to mean this thing. And it's like, that's okay if you have like a rough idea of it, but too much of that and you'll just end up having like a bunch of things like in succession. You'll have like story elements, you'll have like a plot, but a plot isn't a story. Like plot doesn't exist before story does, right? Like the way you write the story creates a plot, but you don't start with a plot in mind. You don't start by going, oh yeah, so like in my story there's like a coup and like you don't do that. And then the character does A, B, C, D, E thing until we get to Z, and that's the story. Like, that's not how good stories are written, you know? At least not for the most part. I'm sure there's some fucking writer out there who writes their stories that way. You know, and maybe it works for them, maybe it doesn't. But like, generally speaking, that's not really how you wanna construct your thing. Not weak to lightning, despite being underwater. Okay. All right. I don't agree, but can't really do much about that. We gotta keep our Kabus here. This guy's a really big physical attacker. We fought him already before, and now we're just back. I think I want to wait for the Omni heal, or rather, I think maybe what I want to do is have Perenelle do a multi-heal. And I don't know. Maybe do a spooky aura since he's gonna be a. He didn't fucking cop out a single one of those fucking moves. You suck, man. Caradoc is so ass. Oh, great.
I rally on you. Much better.
Thank you very much.
Great. I didn't know defending restores MP. What the fuck? What the hell do you mean? Well, we can't revive anybody, so we're done. Fight's over. Gonna have to restart this one. Sorry. Am I missing something? I get so frustrated when I watch something read a story in this review where it's like, and then this, 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 therefore this, which leads to this. Yeah, it's like, you can't. That's not how stories are written. That's not how, rather, that's not how good stories are written. Good stories are not written with, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, but you didn't see that coming. When you are writing a story, and you are writing a story in such a way where you're like, ah, yes, and here is where the twist will happen, I feel like you're on the wrong foot. I feel like you are off track with the purpose of your storytelling. Is the point of your storytelling to tell me a story, or is it to impress me? Because if it's to impress me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't need to be impressed. I'm not looking to be impressed. I'm looking for a good story. I'm looking for an interesting story. I am looking for a sincere story. Okay? And that to me is why, like, things like Kingdom Hearts and, like, a lot of, like, novella-esque writing just rubs me the wrong way, because I feel like it is either so formulaic to be unenthusiastic about what it's doing, or it is so concerned about what happens to its character. Like, the writer is so obsessed with, like, their characters and, like, what happens to them, and, like, the things that they want their characters to go through, that they're not focused on just telling a story with those characters. They're focused on doing things with the intent of, like, shocking the audience or surprising the audience. And I don't think that's a good way to write a story. I think you should focus on just writing the story. I think the story... I think if you have an interesting idea for a story, then just start writing it out. Just whatever starts happening, just start writing it out. Start sort of getting the idea of, like, what exactly it means and what's, you know, when you're done writing, you know, I don't know, if you're, let's say you finish writing a chapter, right? It could be more, it could be less, whatever. You go back and you read what you've written and you go, oh, where am I going with this? Like, what is my thought process with this? Like, what is it like what does, when I read this, when I read back what I've written, what does it sound like I'm trying to say? Right? Instead of thinking, what do I want to say? I know this sounds weird, and to be honest, like, I may be confusing some of my own advice, but like, instead of thinking about what it is you want to say, try understanding what it is you're saying when it comes to writing a story, right? Just check back into what you're writing and think about it and go, why did I do that? Like, why did I write that? Because that's really what writing is about, at least what storytelling is about, at least for me, and I know for a fact for a lot of authors out there, where it's like, you get an idea, you know, you get an idea for a story and you start writing the story, but you don't get to that idea right away in your story, right? Like, if like I don't know, like Dune, right? In Dune, you know, I'm sure Frank Herbert, I think is his name, he had the idea of like, okay, I want to write a story about a guy who goes on a fucking like a jihad or whatever, right? Something to that effect, right? But he didn't go, I don't think he went, the planet's gonna be called Arrakis, and they're gonna have spice, and spice is gonna be the travel, and also there's gonna be like noble families, and they're all gonna be like like, he didn't start with that idea. He didn't have that idea. He had a premise. It was like, oh, I'll do like a space thing about like holy wars, right? And then he just started writing, but he did not get to the holy war part until fairly into the story of Dune. Like, he didn't start with sandworms, you understand? Or maybe he did, and then the other stuff came after. That's the point I'm making, where it's like, when you have an idea for a story, you will not actually get to the idea while writing that story until much later. And by the time you get to the idea you have all this stuff you've written that sort of gives meaning to that idea, or sort of maybe extracts the meaning from that idea you had, right? Like, it reveals to you what you were thinking of. Like, it's pulling stuff out of the subconscious. It's pulling stuff out of what you were feeling or thinking without realizing it. So like, when you're writing, don't start with, what does it mean? You know, if you have an idea for something, if something inspires you to make a story about something, then just start writing it. The meaning comes after. The meaning will reveal itself as you're writing. If you're a good writer, if you're doing the work, the meaning will reveal itself, and that'll influence parts of how you're writing it. Or maybe on the second pass, you'll add a couple things here to like maybe help deliver that meaning, or you'll rewrite something now that you have a better grasp of what it is you're trying to say or get at, or something to that effect, right? And even then, some people would tell you don't do that because then you'll make it too fucking obvious, which, you know, we can go into ambiguity stuff and abstraction in another topic. But basically, start with your idea. Write with an idea. You don't need to have all these things, details, concrete. That you will give meaning to those things as you write. It will feel natural. It will feel right to give it the meaning that you end up giving it. You know, that's what will happen. You don't have to think that hard about it. I have to lay things out because each chapter would be completely random and not flow well. That's not true. That's not true. I'm so serious. That is not true. That is not true. Because you will reread what you've written and go, oh, this doesn't really fit here. Let's move this over here and let's do this over here. It's something that people don't understand is like when you write a story, it doesn't have to be linear. It doesn't have to be finalized until it goes to print. Like the scene where the guy murders his mom, like That doesn't have to happen in chapter 3. You can move it to chapter 6, and then you can have the conversation he has with the killer to chapter 3. Like, you can just move stuff around. There's no, you can just do that when you write a story. You have full control over the story. You know you have full control over what happens in your story. You write it the way you want. The advice I'm giving is more just, don't focus on granular details that sort of sort themselves out as you write. That's just a thing that happens with writing. Like, they sort themselves out, and if they don't, well, that's what proofreading is for. And you should be proofreading. And if everything's random, well, then guess what? Every chapter is now a short story. Okay, every chapter is completely random and doesn't flow well. That's fine. Now, instead of writing one continuous story, you've written a collection of short stories. There you go. Problem solved. You do a little bit of tweaking. That's it. If I don't, I will legitimately be shit. No, I'm sorry, but that's not true. I'm sorry, but that's not true. Outlines are great for getting organized, but they're not a replacement for good writing. They will not make your writing better. They won't. They won't. That's a lie. You're lying to yourself. You're lying. You are looking in a mirror and telling lies. Your writing, if you're not happy with your writing, an outline is not going to magically solve the problems you have with your writing. Because the outline is not writing. The outline is not, it's not writing. An outline is not a piece of storytelling. If the writing sucks, it sucks because it sucks. It doesn't suck because you didn't do an outline. I'm not saying don't do an outline if it helps you, get your thoughts together, but I am saying that 9 times out of 10, the outline is not going to matter because you're just going to change stuff as you write. Because good stories are not done through rubrics. Good stories are told from the heart. Good stories are told honestly, with sincerity. And an outline is good for organizing your thoughts, but it is not going to replace, it should never replace the things you speak from the heart. Where the fuck are we going? I didn't want to fight this stupid guy anymore. And now I gotta go, I either gotta do that or go find the 7 fucking memories. I don't want to play this game. I'm not bored, but I'm just not interested in playing a turn-based RPG at the moment. I am in such a fucking state. I think I just expected this to be a lot shorter. I expected Dragon Quest 2 to be about the length of the original Dragon Quest 2, but they've made this game super fucking long. I think I might have to look up a walkthrough to know where to go next without having to go to the ghost ship. But I also I get the feeling that I'm missing something, that there's a thing that I should be doing that I'm not. Dragon Quest 2 HD 2D walkthrough. Oh, RPG site has one. Awesome. Support RPG site. They're cool. Tower of the Moon, we did that. Durkendor, we did that. We did that. We fought Pazuzu. Oh, Oh! I thought that was the boss. That's not the boss. That is not the boss. I'm stupid. Yeah, whatever. Caradoc. End the miserable lives. Oh, I did it again. Your boy just assumed that that's a living memory. That is a boss for a living memory, which is too hard for me to fight right now, which I don't have to do. See? I'm here sitting thinking the living memory is something that I have to do right away. What is that? Thinking that it's something I have to do right away, but it's not. But anyway, yeah, writing. Don't overcomplicate it. Also, don't beat yourself up about being a bad writer. There are more bad writers than good writers out there. Very few people are naturally good writers. I am not naturally a good writer. Everything I know about writing is through practice and just time. Fuck no, I have to fight this thing. Fuck! But I don't wanna. But I don't wanna. He sucks to fight. This fight is not a fun one. Oh, whatever. I guess we can reduce his attack. Sap. Maybe. Kabuff again. Just to be safe. Yeah, attacker is the way to go, I think. Kabuff again, multi-heal. Sap. If I beat him this time, after being so like about fighting him, I'm gonna feel like a fucking asshole. Well, he's not weak to lightning, so that's not gonna work. I guess I'll just cop out. And like, fuck it, right? I'm gonna test snooze on him.
I am ready.
Snooze works. Snooze works. And he goes first, so this is good actually. So if he goes first and he's snoozing, then I know that he's not gonna have a turn.
The tactician. We fight as one.
Yeah, that's cool with me. We're gonna keep attacking. I almost want to test to see if he's weak to whack. Let's do another snooze. Because if I can get a snooze off on him, that'd be cool. Shit. That's fine. That's not fine. That's actually pretty bad. Let's do an Omni heal because she's asleep, so I can't like do that. And then let's wake her up. We're dead.
Stay with us.
Dude. Are you fucking kidding me? That was one fucking turn with his attack power like reduced. What the fuck? I mean, like, I don't know what to do.
We will prevail!
Come on!
Should I, like, is there a key item? Like, is this one of those fights where I can, like, show him an item and he, like, loses his composure or something? My God.
We shall prevail!
Muster strength. Kabuff again. Just do a multi-heal. Fuck it.
We shall prevail!
How's that? Multi-heal!
I don't fucking know. Okay. Let's focus. You know what? If I can fizzle him, he can't cast bounce. So that would be pretty good. Oh, Oomph is still up? Okay. Well, if Oomph is still up, I don't know. Can I, like, dazzle him? We've got to test all of the... We've got to test all of these out.
For you!
Highly resistant. Okay. Dazzle is not highly resistant. Muster strength. Fizzle's not gonna work. I'll do a Kabuff here. I will Oomph Gawain again. And, like, I don't know, a Sap.
How unfortunate.
Do not falter!
Attack attacker. I don't fucking know. Cop out just in case he smacks you. Snooze and Sap.
I am ready!
I'm quite the tactician. Wow.
Yeah, that works for me. Do a Kabuff, snooze again, Sap again.
Come on!
So annoying. So fucking annoying. Shit.
Have care!
Monster check. Damn it. Ugh. Alright. Muster strength, full heal. Oomph. He's got bounce on.
Have care!
Thank you very much.
He can just do that shit.
We need you!
I shall return this just what I needed. Kabah! Do not lose focus.
Well, that's it.
Kabah!
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I'm fighting this guy right now. There's just no way.
Ugh! Ugh!
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. There's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing here. There's just something that I'm not like,
In the name of justice!
I'm not seeing. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. This is not where this is not the story. I know where I'm supposed to be now. It's not the ghost ship, it's a sunken ship. It's not the ghost ship, it's the sunken ship. I'm doing this out of order. I knew it. I knew it. I knew my gut was right about this. I'm trying to do something way too early. I beat that Pandora's box early though, so you know, now I deserve credit. Okay? Like I earned that shit. It's right here. Oh shit, there's a sparkly spot up there. Hang on. Hang on, we gotta go back up. We gotta go back up. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, this is too hard. Like this is too uneven of a fight. Where it's just like with RNG, one big move will just kill me. There's no way. Not in Dragon Quest. Not in Dragon Quest. That might fool lesser players, but not me. That might fool the inexperienced RPG player who doesn't understand that grinding in RPGs is not a requirement, and that the people that make these games design them to be playable without grinding. But not me. That won't fool me. I know better than that. Hang on, I have to put on Holy Protection. I don't want to deal with this. I want to go to that secret spot over there. I'm too fucking smart to be falling for this shit. How is this secret spot not a one that I've already been to? Where am I on the map? Have I not been here? I haven't, actually. I literally, I guess I just never, like, actually walked around here. That would explain why all that stuff was here. Well, now we have to do the due diligence. Now we have to go poke our head over here in these mountains to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, we didn't. And I got another mini medal. See, when you think about it, Dragon Quest is a lot like Dark Souls. If there's a boss that you can't beat, you just gotta go do other stuff. Maybe the actual progression is somewhere else. Unless you're playing Elden Ring, in which case they want you to just like grind souls and change your build 1,000 times every time with items that you don't have like unlimited access to, so that it becomes impossible for you to like actually like facilitate that. You know, as intended, despite you as a player. I need to research like tech, social cues, economics, social mobility, clothing, your weapons, because I want the 1950s, 1960s to feel authentic. Yes, okay, but have you ever considered that perhaps that's not that important? And also, you don't need an outline for that. Like, have you ever considered that perhaps what you need to know about the period is just enough to make people feel like you're there? And that spending 20 pages describing the social mobility of the era is just going to turn into an encyclopedic entry on the period? Have you forgotten that fiction is fiction, and that it does not require ultra hyper realism and accuracy to be effective fiction? Some vocabulary words would be nice. You know, when you write something, it would be good to check to make sure that that technology was there around the time that it's set in. But you don't have to do research. like that. That's not how research is done for writing a story. When you write a story and you're writing and you get to a point where you're like, wait a minute, did they have this back then? Then you look it up. And if they did, you're good. If they didn't, then you have to be then you have to think about a creative way to facilitate the same sort of like thing. And then you just change the way it's done in the story. But all I see when you tell me I need to do research is I don't want to start writing yet because I am scared that I will do it wrong. That's all I hear. That's all I see. With like, I'm just being honest with you. All I'm seeing is somebody who is afraid to start writing. All I see is someone who is afraid to start writing. All I hear, all I'm reading is that you do not want to write something bad. And I gotta tell you, if your biggest worry is that you might write something bad, you gotta write more. Dragon Quest is so influential. Nobody talks about it. But also, I believe people took the wrong lessons from Dragon Quest. I have talked about this before, so I'm like, I'm sort of becoming a parody of myself at this point. Where Dragon Quest did all this really cool stuff in an RPG. And the people that like were inspired by Dragon Quest did not even bother taking the coolest parts of Dragon Quest. The lack of a game over screen in Dragon Quest is huge and a super good thing. And no RPGs that came after Dragon Quest around the same time that clearly had inspirations from Dragon Quest in them, none of those RPGs like took that with them. The no game over concept of like, oh, you revive at the church. Very few RPGs after Dragon Quest do that, which I think is an incredible oversight by RPG designers of the era. Quite frankly, I think that's absurd. I think that's one of the best functions of that's like one of the best mechanics in Dragon Quest, where it just halves your gold, but it lets you retain the XP you earned while venturing into the dungeon, thereby making it so that the next time you fight in the dungeon, you have higher levels and you feel a true sense of progression without having to go grind to do it. You can just keep throwing yourself at the dungeon until you nail it, and then in doing so, you become familiar with the dungeon to the point where you start remembering or maybe finding areas that you hadn't explored before, and that facilitates like more exploration and more explorative like design in your dungeons, and it encourages people to actually like look for stuff. Like the no game over mechanic in Dragon Quest should have been in more RPGs after Dragon Quest, and they just don't do it. Yeah, so this is where we were supposed to be. The ghost ship is not until much later. So the fact that I beat the Pandora's box as early as I did is actually proof positive that I'm very fucking good at RPGs. I'm just saying. I always find it when people try to make fun of RPGs by going, it's just numbers, it's just spreadsheets. You're just like adding numbers. It's just playing with numbers. And then I go, yeah, okay, solve this math problem for me. Get it right on the first try. Go ahead. Here's calculus. Solve calculus. Oh, you did it wrong. Oh, you have to start over again? Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy, isn't it? It's so easy to be good at math. Dummy. Yeah, I'm sure if we took every strategic challenge and boiled it down to numbers, I could also just say, yeah, chess is just numbers. Chess is just numbers. It's just, you know, like openings and stuff like that. All that's solved. It's just numbers. It's just numbers. That's why nobody plays chess anymore, and why everyone's really good at chess and nobody's bad at chess. Because it's just numbers. You know? Yeah, man. Good luck. What if Pokemon... You know, I do want to play Pokopia, but what did I hear about Pokopia recently that made me, like, wring my hands together? I don't remember what it was. Chess has letters, too. Chess is different. The alphabet's in that one. Oh, I'm still destroying everything with Kazap. People who only play RPGs for the grinding are robots. I don't want to like judge. I don't want to like poo-poo people for playing games the way they want. I will say though, I think there's a difference between a guy who loves playing RPGs like it's an idle game, and people who like evaluate an RPG based on how good the grind is, if that makes sense. But I will say, if you're the type of person who just grinds in RPGs to solve the challenge placed in front of them, I kind of won't trust your opinion on the RPG that you're playing. So like if I know that you grind in RPGs and that's your solution to beating bosses in RPGs, I just kind of won't trust your opinion on the RPG, because I don't think you're interacting with the game's systems. Like it's I'm not gonna go as far to say it's like, oh, you're doing an exploit. That's not true, but it does fall under the same like category of like way to play the game, where it's like, if you play 4X games and the only way you play them is by exploiting the rules and like taking advantage of like a glitch or a bug or something, I'm not gonna trust your evaluation on that game's like stuff, because you haven't really like interacted with the systems at play. Right? Like I'm not gonna say you shouldn't play it that way, but I will say that it's like if you haven't engaged with the systems, like, then I don't know. I don't think you have like a good gauge of like what that game plays like, or like what the balance issues of the game is. Now, if you tell me, hey, the game's broken as fuck because I can do like 50 different exploits, so like the game's kind of busted, then I'll take you at your word, because you can literally just show me like, look, here's the exploit that I did where I like destroyed this game in like 2 seconds. Like, then I trust you, because like from that perspective, you're like, that's very useful to me, right? Because it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, like if your evaluation of the game is I cannot engage with the systems because it is so easy to break the systems, that's fundamentally like a good, that's good, like that's good points you're making, right? But if you just flat out go, oh, the game's really good, like I can't trust you on that, because like I don't know how you feel about the game balance, because you haven't interacted with the game balance. Hey Dilla. Yeah, I'm a little Dragon Quested out. I had hit a bottleneck and I wasn't sure where to go next, and I eventually just swallowed the bullet. I just bit the bullet and looked up a guide, and it turns out I'm in a completely different place than I'm supposed to be.
This might sting a bit.
How early can I unlock the new stories in the Dragon Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC? I don't know, because I haven't picked it up yet. Although, I gotta look at the reviews. I don't know if you've been looking at the reviews for that. Apparently, people are saying that the new that the DLC for the game, like the new storylines are actually really short. And something to the effect of like they said something like, oh, you can't bring anything back into the base game with. I gotta pull up this review. Hold on, I gotta pull up this review because it confused the fuck out of me, and I need a second opinion on whether or not this is confusing. I don't want you to necessarily agree with me. I want you to like help me figure this shit out. Because I'm not entirely sure if it's just me or if this review is like really confusing. Okay. So this is a review for the Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC. It says, it's okay at best. About an hour or two per story. So all the DLC added stories are just like an hour or two, right? It's not part of the main game. The DLC is all in its own world. So all the new skill trees and stuff you don't get to keep. Only the new battle arts, weapons, and the total rank from the new weapon max levels. All of the new skills, etc., none of that carries over. So I'm assuming there's like a separate progression path. Because in Dynasty Warriors Origins, if you don't know, you get skill points to spend on like skill trees, and that boosts your stats. But I also don't know if like the new skills that you upgrade in the DLC, is it that you can only access the trees in the DLC, and then when you go back to the base game, you still have all the stat increases? Or is it that those stat increases are unique to the DLC? In which case I'd be okay with, because the base game is balanced around the base game skill trees, and the DLC would make that stuff easier. And I don't necessarily want Ultimate Warrior difficulty to be easier as a result of having done the DLC. So it seems like they're doing sort of like a Shadows of the Erdtree style thing, where it's like all of the buffs you get in that DLC are just unique to the DLC, and when you're outside of the DLC, it doesn't apply, right? So all the new skills, none of that carries over. The DLC world also scales to you, so the difficulty scales to your strength as your character's strength. Lots of new costumes. It's not bad, but at the same time, I feel like there should have been more. The full $35 doesn't feel right. There's no replay value added to the base game. There's no such thing, or any in the DLC, just like being able to use the new weapons or battle arts. So like it just seems like if you've already done the base game, it might not be worth grabbing or something. But like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like, I feel like I do think $35 is a bit expensive. I do think $35 is like probably too much for a DLC. That's half the price of the base game, my friends. That's expensive, Koei Tecmo. I'm not gonna lie. Like that price point is a little. That's a little rough, but yeah, I don't know. Like it didn't, like based on that one review alone, I was like, this doesn't feel. I don't know. I don't think that's that bad. I think the price point is bad, but as far as like content goes, like I think that's okay. But yeah, when you accessing the DLC, I believe occurs in chapter 2. So it starts in chapter 2. So once you get to chapter 2 of the base game, you should be able to access the DLC. Which has some implications considering what that DLC is for, but... Where the fuck was I going? No, we went up, we had to go up and forward. Sorry, I got distracted by that question. But thank you for the question. I saw the Silicon Era article mentioning it further rounds out the game. Yeah. It's a shame that I'm basically not doing any work for Silicon Era anymore. And haven't for like half a year. I haven't been like contacted by them or anything. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this on I don't really care. Like, I haven't really been like contacted because they said they were going on hiatus for guides. So I haven't been writing anything for them, and they haven't asked me to do reviews or anything, and no one's tried to get in contact with me. I'll admit I haven't been checking the Slack, but it's largely because, you know, I used to check it once a week and nothing changed about whether or not we were going to go back to writing guides or anything like that. And now we're just kind of like, so I eventually just stopped checking because it was like, well, no one's communicating with me about like what's going on, so I guess I'll just not check this anymore because I can't be doing that constantly. And I haven't been asked to do another review since those first two that I did. So whatever. If someone from Silicon Era is lurking right now, I would love to keep doing work. Would love to go back to doing work. Would love to do reviews. Would love to, you know, write some guides for you. Just need some communication. Just need someone to shoot me a message. Somewhere not on Slack, because I'm not checking that anymore because, I mean, it's been half a year. More than half a year. Whatever. Who am I kidding? Have you seen the state of the games journalism industry? Oh, man, I would love to have a job.
The matching pearl. This is what we seek. Wait. There is something else in here.
I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets my.
Well,
I
what does it
hope
say?
that someone gets my message in
If all
a
goeth well,
bottle.
This boat will
Whoa.
be below the brine ere long. May this letter find its way to thee.
My message in a bottle. Whoa. Oh, message in a bottle. Well, Silicon Arrow's already hired me.
Deceiving thee so.
Technically speaking, I'm an independent contractor, freelance for them. I don't think anybody works as staff at Silicon Arrow unless you're like an editor.
Coin. Indeed, when I did beg a favor of thee to make proof of our love, I had in mind to sell whatever treasure thou gavest me. Yet in time, I changed. Nay, thou didst change me. The more time we spent together, the deeper my love for thee grew. Would that I were not such a fool. I would fain have remained by thy side forever. Alas, I had all
I actually would like to work for RPG Site, although I don't know if they're looking.
my father of our meeting.
Cullen and a couple of other friends have tried to get me something there, but I haven't gotten like.
Judging curious on
I've sent emails, I've sent DMs, they've vouched for me, and they've just never like gotten in contact with me.
I shall never forget the look of betrayal that filled thine eyes that unhappy night. No doubt thou didst think me a part of his wicked plot. I swear to thee that I argued against it with my
Okay, this is better than her misunderstanding him.
father would not listen.
This is better than her misunderstanding him.
He spread the word to his friends at the merchant navy. The cruel-hearted fellows joined together and demanded I guide them to thy village. I knew I could not live with myself if their scheme succeeded.
This is better.
So
This is just a nice little tragedy. It's not a misunderstanding. It was no, she was right.
I feigned obedience to my father and invited
But
him
he
to
also had a
swim
change of heart.
aboard my boat. We set sail at dawn. If all proceedeth as planned, then by the sinking of the sun, nary a soul who knoweth of the mermaids will remain above the water. I find comfort in the knowledge that my final resting place shall be by thy side. Know that my love for thee was true, and that I deeply regret the hurt I have caused thee.
Yuji Horii writing about the time he cheated on his wife, like... I think him and his wife got divorced, and then he married the person he cheated on her with. And I believe in his statement about it, he was just like, yeah, I fucked up, and like, I want to make that right, but at the same time, it's like, this wasn't just like a fling. Like, it just, like, he really did, like, actually, like, stay a thing. I might be misremembering it. Dynasty Warriors 3 is delayed, yeah. I don't think the DLC sold that well. I think the DLC for Dynasty Warriors Origins kind of launched pretty middling, so I don't think it sold well. So maybe that might have influenced them to delay it. Like maybe Dynasty Warriors 3's development was like hinging on the DLC for Origins doing well. I doubt it. Like I don't think that would be like the inciting reason. But I don't know. The timing is the timing is very interesting. But maybe it's not. It's probably not that though. Like it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, these two things happen very close to each other. So my brain wants to, my human pattern seeking brain wants to be like, oh, it's because of that. Like we can just say it's that, and it's like it's probably not that. It's too close, and things like that don't. I would be distraught if decisions like that are made that quickly on the eve of such a thing. They do happen, but for that specifically, I don't think so. It'll just be a personal failure. Why would it be a personal failure that you don't buy as many video games as you used to?
Oh my, oh me, oh, can it be? The pearl I thought forsaken, you found
It ain't no personal failure. It's not your fucking responsibility to buy new shit when it comes out.
And thanks to you, the weight upon my heart at last.
It's your responsibility to worry about other shit.
Worry, child, you must give it to me.
Grand Theft Nuke might be pushed back to 2027. They're gonna push that fucking game back until the price point makes sense, and the price point is going to be $100. I didn't mean it like that. I know. I'm teasing. I've seen enough of your posts, and you've liked enough of my particular posts to know that you don't think like that.
And now where'er you choose to roam, you may. The sea's your oyster. Go forth to Lady Rubis, who awaits you in her cloister. Wait, what is it?
What? Oh, the message in the bottle. Here.
There is something we must give you, Your Majesty.
I forgot I had my lights on in my room, in my office.
It lay beside the pearl. Forgive us, but we could not help reading it. It is a letter to you from him, the man you once loved.
No. We should leave, if you will excuse us.
She dragged Caradoc away. If Microsoft is confident enough to release Fable in the fall, then Grand Theft Fat Man is more than likely
What's
delayed,
this? Why
or
the
it's them as
sudden
doing a
rush?
producers, or it's they're just tired of waiting, and they can't financially sustain not releasing the game.
Nay, you would not. And so we must
Like
extend
the you make a
same
game, right, and then you have to
courtesy
put it
we
out
wish for
so the game
ourselves.
sells and makes money, right?
Oh.
But the longer you go without releasing that game,
We have
the
been through
bigger the
so
cost
much
is.
over the course of our quest.
of not releasing it. In the brain of like a business guy, it's like, well, the longer that's just sitting on the shelf, the longer that's not making a profit, and the cost of not releasing that game goes higher, because then you have to remarket the game, you have to regenerate the hype for it, you have to, you know, I don't know, everything else in the production, like if you have DLC for it coming out, you have to push that back. Like now that release date gets staggered because you need those things to be staggered in a certain way where people are inclined to buy it, because if you release DLC too soon after the base game comes out, people go, why the fuck wasn't this just part of the base game, as it should be. But like, you know, you run into those issues. So the longer you delay a game and not release it when it's ready to go, the worse the cost of that game is. I think next we are gonna do, so now we can go deeper into the ocean. We can go to those deeper spots, but first we got to go back to Sluice to go get our dress. Surely enough time has passed that this old man will give us the dress. I have heard concerns before about people who say that it's like, oh, you didn't play the game because you were like talking on stream while the game was like going and you weren't paying attention. I'm not like that. If that makes sense. I actually do a pretty good job following like the stuff happening in the game while I'm talking. See, I'm Cuban, so like part of like being Cuban is like having 3 conversations at once while listening to 2 other conversations. So like I understand that some people like aren't trained for that, but that's kind of like a thing that I've learned since I was very young to do. So like I wouldn't worry too much. I used to follow news outlets a lot more closely, so it's easier to track release dates even for games I don't buy. But you're also right. I have more pressing responsibility to keep tabs on when RE9 drops. Oh, he died. Oh no, he's asleep. Okay. I thought he did his magnum opus and then killed it. Flowing dress. Yes, Paranel, you will wear the flowing dress. It is easiest decision I've ever made. But yeah, like I just like, but also like in my head I'm like I like keeping up with like video game news as best as I can. At the moment, that's kind of hard to do, given everything going on in the world right now, right? But also like, sometimes news isn't news. Sometimes, I mean, if anyone's ever written, if anyone's ever followed like the news, like reporting about stuff that's going on in the industry, and if you've ever done it like regularly, like you know when something is like, this is not news, this is not like this is not, we're having a slow week, right? Like stuff just doesn't happen that often. like big news just doesn't happen that often, so you know, whatever, right? So it's like I've learned that it's like if I don't follow the news that closely, I'm still gonna get most of the news, if that makes sense. I use game news as a buffer for real world news. Well, game news is real world news, so how does that work? Game news is kind of like very much tied to real world news. January, a slow month. So true. I'm pretty sure there's still treasure on this island. No, I was wrong. I'm a fool. Bakamitai. Oh, we talked about the horrible Kiwami 3 stuff on the podcast yesterday. A new episode goes out tomorrow if you want to hear my thoughts on that, but if you want like the cliff notes of it, wow, that's bad. Man, I was really right when I called my Pirate Yakuza video. I titled my Pirate Yakuza video Pirate Yakuza is the End. And I think I fucking killed that shit. I was on to something. You know, not for nothing, but when I'm right, when I'm right, I'm right. Okay, I know the enemies down here will still attack us. We're not fully protected by holy protection down here. I don't want the first place I go to that's like deeper into the ocean. I don't want it to be progress, but fuck, it might be progress. Yes. No music. Because you're so deep underwater that it's like scary. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, hey. I missed the pickup here. That's so good. That's if you're invested in it as a crime drama, as a soap opera, that's par for the course. No. But no. But it's not a soap opera. That's the problem. Yeah, you know, this banana tastes really bad, but like if I think of this banana as a turd, really this tastes perfectly fine. like think about what you're saying. It's not a soap opera, it's a crime drama. Caradoc can't wear it. Oh, but she can. I bet she can. Yeah, you're wearing that. It's a soap opera with gangsters and you know it? No. It's a crime drama. Like a Dragon has always been a crime drama. Now, is it like the best crime drama ever? No, but it is a procedural. Not a procedural. That's different. That's from the cop's perspective. But it's a crime drama. It's a very good crime drama. It is a very good. It's like playing a Yakuza movie. If you've ever seen a Yakuza movie, Kazuma said this. I'm stealing it from him. But if you've ever seen Yakuza movies, like that's what Like a Dragon is. They're crime dramas. Are they always the best written? No. But like, they are crime dramas. If I were to just change what that series' intent is to make it seem better written for what it's doing, that's not meeting the game at its level. That's changing what the game is or changing what the media is to be able to praise it. And I'm not trying to find ways to praise something. I'm trying to find ways to interact with media in like an honest way. You know? I feel like this is of some significance. No? Okay, I guess not. Watch, we're gonna come back and it's gonna be of some significance. I like that at the bottom of the ocean is like dark, evil energy. It's like, yeah, this is where the shit is. Damn, I can go even deeper. Wow. Jesus. Can I get a map of the underwater areas? Like, it's hard to know where everything starts and ends. God, it's so creepy down here. Almost forget that you're playing Dragon Quest, you know? Is the ghost ship down here now? No, he's up top. Okay. Well, that's fine with me. You can stay up there. Actually, wait. Is that the ghost ship? I'm gonna say yes. There's no way there's two ghost ships. That would be dumb. Hydrate? I'll get back to you on that one. Let me go get water so I can hydrate. Man, I won't lie, it's pretty scary down here. Pretty spooky shit. Well, before I go into that channel, I gotta know if there's anything else of value out here. This is such a big zone, too. I just can't see, like, it would really help. It would really help if I had a map to show, like, what's down, like, the actual, like, waterways. Because, like, this makes things kind of difficult to navigate. A little grueling. Damn, that ship stops on a dime. Never mind. There is actually inertia on it. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, he is down here. So he does come down here. Interesting. Wait, but then there's like a... Oh no, that's the sunken ship. This is the ghost ship. That's the sunken ship. Right? Yeah, that's the sunken ship. This is kind of vibey. Fucking vibing right now. It's like nice and quiet down here. I like it. This is like white noise to sleep to. Quiet Dragon Quest is really uncanny. You think so? A ruinous shield and a massacre sword? Yo, Caradog, you ready to get more cursed? Let's go, bro. Oh, this one sucks. Alright, never mind. Only a little cursed. I guess we'll hug this wall. You have like a little piece of like the shallows there. Oh, is that a living memory? It is. I think we're good. Probably gonna have to fight somebody for it. Never mind, guess not. In the world above, there had long existed a line of heroes, the children of light within whom dwelled the power to banish darkness. We determined that our best hope, our only hope, was to guide the latest of this line to our world and to support them on their journey, that they might free Lady Rubus and bring back the light. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Only because I'm used to Constant Sugiyama? Yeah. It's not a retcon. There was like barely any fucking like shit established about any of that in those games. Like there was nothing. I kind of like that though. I think that's the first time any other Dragon Quest has mentioned the world above. Besides 3. Although Dragon Quest 9 kind of sort of plays with like a world above and a world below. As does Dragon Quest 11. Dragon Quest 11 does a little bit of that as well. Which makes sense because both of those games kind of play with those things. Dragon Quest 8 doesn't. 4 doesn't. Well, 4 kind of does, but not really. 5 and 6 don't. 6 plays with an alternate world, but it's not above and below. Well, actually, it is above and below. Huh. Much to think about. Is Dragon Quest Bonanza? Don't insult Dragon Quest like that. How dare you? Quickly into the channel. Dragon Quest goes full Game of Thrones. It opens with a hardcore puff puff. Are you anti-Bonanza as well? No. I'm not anti-Bonanza. I just don't think it's that good. I played all of it. I actually think the best parts of Bonanza are the ending, and I think the game could have stood to have done more of that kind of stuff in it. I think they shied away from the musical aspects that they wanted to get across in the ending throughout the game. I think it's there, but it's not in full force like I feel like it should have been. And I think the game suffers a little bit from, yes, the Odyssey comparison, where it really does at times just feel like Mario Odyssey, but you can destroy the terrain. I quite liked it, but I do think that Bonanza could have been better, and I feel like some of the game design in it is a little bit lackluster. He's undulating. I'll fight you in a second, man. Just you whenever you decide you're not gonna be like making that fucking undulation. Yeah, I quite liked. I enjoyed Bonanza. Like, I like Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I do think it was like the best parts of Donkey Kong Bonanza are at the end. And it feels really weird because it almost feels like a completely different game until it gets there. And it's like, I would have preferred if the entirety of Donkey Kong Bonanza felt like the last 7 hours of it, 5 to 7 hours of it, like that was really like the last world before the last world. Pretty nice. And that's like the story suddenly like had a story going on, like there was stuff happening, whereas like the entirety of Bonanza before that just felt very much a repeat of the Odyssey thing of you do a world, you fight one of the evil villain group, and you do it multiple times, and then eventually at the very end suddenly it's like, oh no, we're actually talking to them, and like there's like an actual like stuff happening. And I feel like very often, especially with like Nintendo stuff, I have felt that a lot of Nintendo storytelling in their games has been like no story that sort of implies there's a story, and then at the end an actual story happens, like storytelling actually happens at the end, and then the player just kind of fills in the gaps and sort of tries to like your brain, you're kind of expected to autocomplete and make sense of like stuff and like try to like create like a story yourself. And I understand that's like Nintendo encouraging imagination, but like more of their modern stuff has been trying to like they have things in there that are clearly attempts at storytelling. So I don't want to say that it's like, oh, you're supposed to bring your imagination to it, because I don't think that's what they want. I think they are trying to tell actual like cool stories like they used to, because they have done that before. But it feels like a lot of their games nowadays have the storytelling of Super Mario 64, where Super Mario 64 doesn't have a story. It just has a premise that you do things in, and then at the end you get a scene that tells you you have finished the game. Right? Where it's like it's all at the end. And that's very much like Super Mario 64. And I feel like they were trying to do more in Sunshine, and I'm using Mario as an example because that seems to be what they're basing their newer games around, right? So like I see like Sunshine and Galaxy as an attempt to do more concrete storytelling. I mean, we could include Zelda as well, right? Like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Even Skyward Sword, right? And I think they saw the pushback on all of those titles, and they said, well, we're just not going to do that anymore. Or maybe it's more of a positive reinforcement thing of Breath of the Wild didn't have a story. Sorry, it didn't have a story. There's a premise, there's an inciting action or a goal, right, to defeat Ganon. But as far as like story content is concerned, those cutscenes that you can encounter out and about, like I wouldn't really qualify those as a story. That's not happening, right? Like that's something that happened, influenced by Dark Souls' way of telling stories, because the way Dark Souls told stories is very popular, and that caught on. But that goes back to me thinking that Breath of the Wild is really just a hodgepodge of a bunch of like AAA game design ideas that they wanted to sort of incorporate into Zelda. And the reason they did it with Zelda and not like Mario is because Zelda is the closest thing they have besides Metroid, which up until now they've been ignoring, that has sort of like the ability to do something in that way. Where it's like Zelda is a really good vehicle for more serious storytelling or more somber storytelling. Whereas like if you try to do that with Mario, that's not going to work. So like in Breath of the Wild, there's no story, or it's all like backloaded, right? And it's all like in the background, and those things don't really like make a huge difference to what you're doing. And then also they put out Super Mario Odyssey, and Super Mario Odyssey has that same kind of problem of like, oh, Princess Peach gets kidnapped and there isn't really anything like truly interesting going on in the story. It's just a very like basic, like something happens, you get a goal, and you don't really get story. You don't really get anything like the first cutscene of Mario Odyssey is Princess Peach getting kidnapped so that Bowser can marry her, right? And then none of that really matters. Like you don't really get an update on that, or like they don't really like have a conversation about that. Like that's not part of the story until the end again. So like between Breath of the Wild doing well and Odyssey doing well, I think Nintendo just sort of like got the impression that it doesn't matter. Right? Like I get the impression that Nintendo realized that it's like, we don't really need to focus on doing like narrative elements. But at the same time, they want to like have those narrative elements, if that makes sense. Like they kind of want the best, they kind of want both worlds. They want like that esoteric kind of like, you piece it together yourself, or there's like a mystery, or there's like unspoken details that you have to sort of like understand. But also what ends up happening is like they just kind of ignore the actual story elements that they put in. So it's like, here are the story, here's why Donkey Kong is doing this thing. And then we never learn about like, okay, like who does Donkey Kong work for? Who is this like corporate monkey that is against him? What is he doing? Why is he doing it? Like, you don't get any of that. And I know that sounds silly to say about, like, Donkey Kong, but, like, if you're gonna do it, right? Because, like, then the story, because then throughout the entire game, you're reading about, like, this ancient civilization of the, I forget what they're called, but they're, like, the gem people. And then it's like, completely detached from what's actually going on in the story. And then by the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza, they just don't care about any of that. By the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza, none of that matters anymore. And you're just doing Donkey Kong stuff. You're just doing traditional Donkey Kong story stuff at the end. That's like really exciting and really cool. And the entire time you're doing it, you're like, why wasn't this in the rest of the game? Like, why didn't I get little cutscenes or like cool little things relevant to what I'm doing, or like relevant to the characters I'm playing as or against? Like, why wasn't that here? Because this is so good that it's like, why didn't you do more of this? Because what you did instead was kind of underwhelming and like you're saying, formulaic and like redundant. Like I've seen it before, and you're not doing it in an interesting way. It's just kind of there to be there. Like that's really my big gripe with Donkey Kong Bonanza. And also my gripe with Bonanza is the same gripe I have with Odyssey, in which there's too many fucking things to collect. Like even if you're saying, well, rare platformers are collectathons and they're like that, I'm like, you should go play a rare you should go play Yooka-Replay right now and like look at how many collectibles are in that game and then compare that to like Odyssey and Bonanza, and you tell me the actual numerical difference, because it's a lot. Those like Odyssey and Bonanza both have that problem with me where I'm like, this is it's too much and it's not designed in a way that feels nice to do. Like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, those games are really nice to play, even though I hate Sunshine. I hate the way Mario moves in Sunshine. But like those games are really nice in that you pick a level, you pick a version of that level, and you are able to do the challenge and get like the little sprite, right? If you wanted to make a game, a Mario game, where you still have that structure, but collecting a star doesn't remove the player from the level, it just changes something in the level and now you can get other stuff, that's fine too. But like this thing of like, here's like 700 fucking things to collect, 800 things to collect, it's too much. And some people will say, like how many stars are in Super Mario 64? 120? I'm perfectly fine with 120. I would even say 120 is too much. Like I don't think the platformers that Nintendo makes need to be this saturated, like this bloated. I think you can make, I think your platformers could be way more interesting if you just focused on the collecting, the things that you had to collect being more challenging or having more lengthy challenges to them. And that's my problem with Bonanza, is that like over time, as I was like doing stuff, I was like, oh, it's another banana that's just like hidden in the terrain. Oh, it's another banana that you know, is hanging off of like a ledge. Oh, it's another wall, invisible wall, or it's another wall that's actually really thin that I can like punch and stuff. And like the best bananas to collect in Bonanza are the ones in the challenge rooms. The ones where there's actually like a platforming challenge and you have to do the platforming challenge or find a creative way to not do the platforming challenge to like get the bananas. Those are the most interesting parts of that game. So like it makes all the other ones just not that interesting. So like that's my thing, is like I don't think the Mario Odyssey, I think Mario Odyssey was like a flash in the pan, like this was great in the moment, but like making another game in that same style just doesn't work for me, especially in the way they did it. Oh, she might kill me. But like, how am I gonna know if I don't try to fight her, right? It's just very big, so like I just assume because she's big that she's scary.
We shall prevail.
Let's try helm splitting it. I don't know. I'm gonna do an Omni heal because she'll probably do another group attack on people. And I'm gonna try to put her to sleep. And no thwack. And Assassin Stab? You're a motherfucker. The throwing moves, gems, or more concession for kids starting to get the minimum required for progression and advertised content. I don't necessarily think that justifies the design of these games, but it's really hard to keep. Yeah, but then like you think about it and it's like do kids care about progress? like that's my thing, where I'm like if you're designing this because the kids don't make progress and don't get to the end of the game, like when I was a kid, I did not beat video games. Well, like I did beat video games, but like I didn't care about beating the video game. I cared about playing the video game. Like I wasn't interested in like completion was not in my head so much as like doing the thing. I guess like I did care about beating the video game to stay like informed and so that I could talk to my friends about the games and stuff, but like I feel like that was more when I was a little bit older, and when I was a kid, I was just more concerned about, like, knowing stuff. I don't know, like, I don't... Like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, when you're a kid, right? You're not frustrated at like when you're a kid, you're not sitting there going, "Fuck, I just want to get to the end of the game," right? Like you're trying to interact with the game. Oh, I've been fizzled. I didn't realize. That's unfortunate. Well, I have a power shield that will help me out. Can I get a, oh, maybe I can enthrall it. And you gotta do hustle.
Have care.
Stay vigilant.
Don't need no spells to heal. I got the hustle dance. Okay, we can cast spells again? Sick. Helm Splitter. Full heal. Oomph. Oh fuck, I mishit. I misclicked. Okay, I guess multi-heal, but I'm pretty sure Paranel's gonna fucking die. Let's get Caradoc awake. Whoosh. Full heal Matilda. Do another multi-heal just in case. Oh! Good dodge! Very good dodge!
I'm in your debt. All is well.
I think I've heard this song and someone who's been enjoying stuff while struggling. Explains that anybody getting to beat it. I bought it because Hornet's cool. Yeah. Like, I think, like... I definitely think there is, like, an issue with, like... people feeling FOMO and trying to beat games in order to avoid the FOMO. And I think kids do have that, like, problem where, like, they definitely do run into that issue. And that's, like, a thing that I wish we didn't do to kids. But it is true, like, when I was a kid, at the very least, that was, like, something that was always on my mind. But, like, you're not, like, consciously thinking about that when you're playing the game. You're not sitting there going, oh my god, how will I ever beat the video game? You just kind of end up doing it. Like kids are smart. Like like kids are smart. Kids will figure out how to beat a game and how to do challenges.
Have care.
Like they're not gonna they're not gonna just like stop playing a game because they can't beat it, right? Like they're like my nephew, for example, is still playing Lego Jurassic World. He has never beaten a single world of Lego Jurassic World, but he keeps playing it, and the reason he keeps playing it is because he likes dinosaurs. So like, you know, like, I don't know, like it's so weird. Like I don't agree with the, like, if that's the reason they do it, I don't really think it works, right? Like, I know we're in agreement, but it's just like, it's so weird. I don't understand it. Like, why? Okay, so you want the kids to finish the game, so you made it take more time to finish the game, but the reason you wanted to make it easier for kids to finish the game is that they were taking too long to finish the game. But instead of just, you know, making a game that kids could beat, which is fine because kids beat Super Mario 64 back in the day, and like they're smarter. Kids are smarter now than they used to be. So it's fine, right? In your endeavor to make the kids able to beat the game faster, you made it take just as long as it would have if they just lost. If they just like got a couple of game overs anyway. So you've just made a less fun game to play that takes just as long to beat. It just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that was the poison one. Never mind. I thought that was the one that nullified spells. That's fine. Helm Splitter. Omni Heal would be a waste. We'll just kabuff again. We'll multi-heal with you, and we'll kabuff again. We'll just keep kabuffing. Also, this is an enemy that does sleep. I should just put on the items that nullify that. Son of a bitch. It dodged my attack. I kind of want to Kazap it, but then I'd run out of MP. Unless I do it now. Unless I start wizard wafting now. Unless I do it now. Let's also do... It kind of doesn't work that way. Nobody, please. Thank God. That was the last hour button difficulty topic. I hope that was in the song. I heard like a rumbling outside. Mysterious. Okay, so Kazab just don't do nothing. Am I the only one who's run out of patience with Christopher Nolan's aesthetic? No, a lot of people are bored of it. A lot of people are bored of Christopher Nolan movies. He's kind of he has in fact fallen out of favor with a great many people. I think even with his own audience. Something about like just like it's always the same sort of like style, I guess. Or like realizing that his like his like his like what his movies are about are a little kind of not what I didn't even like register that he nullified spells. Shit. But that's fine. We can take time to hocus pocus and all this shit. Heals allies' wounds. Do a hustle dance. Do the hustle. I can need to see Oppenheimer for I can really. Oh, you know what? I forgot that was a Nolan movie. I think people liked Oppenheimer though, so. Yeah, so maybe not. Maybe he's still pretty like. Maybe people still like him pretty well. Although it was Oppenheimer didn't look like some of his other stuff. I think Oppenheimer looked a little bit different. Like it was like distinct enough, maybe. If he makes a samurai movie, he's not gonna do that. Come on. I need to heal my poison. Oh. Whatever. It's not happening now. Am I dumb? Wait. Wait. Egg on Gawain. Gawain is boosted like he was mustering strength. It's the same effect, so you can't stack those. And now I can just attack on the same turn. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wait, that's so good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you nullified the spells because I have egg on. Wait. Oh fuck, she's dead.
We will prevail.
Fuck.
I shall return this favor.
Okay, we need to focus pocus. Fuck.
Fight on! I earned one.
Can I full heal myself before he kills me is the question. Chances are slim.
You'll be fine.
Damn it. That's fine. I'll take that. Come on.
Return to us.
Come on, damn it.
You'll be fine.
Oh boy.
Return to us.
I rally anew.
Oh, that dark robe is coming in clutch. She's dodged so many fucking attacks. Don't you know Squelch? This is a multi-heal moment. And egg on.
Much better.
Jesus.
Be careful.
Alright, you can defend to heal MP. I almost forgot about that. Do another multi-heal. Woo! Good lord.
All is well.
Let's get a little bit of a kabuff in here before he makes it impossible to do that.
We will prevail!
Oh my god.
All is well.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. It's going down soon. Full heal Matilda, if you can get it off. I don't think you can, but we'll see. Oomph Gawain. And let's just... No spells! Fuck.
Full heal.
Here, a boon!
Fuck. Okay. Cop out. Blow kiss. Hustle dance.
I am ready.
Fuck. Puff puff. I can't Kazing right now, just defend. Just defend.
We must hold out!
Yes, okay, good. Solid Staff of Resurrection moment. Kazing is up again. Defend. We don't need Kazing, we need full heal. We can cast spells again. Oomph in case you die next. And Hustle Dance for the HP.
You have my gratitude.
Fuck.
Stay vigilant!
Okay. Defend. Wake him up. And defend.
All is well.
Defend. 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 Hustle Dance. Fuck off. I don't know what to do. That's so cruel. Alright, it's not gonna let you fucking regenerate your MP. I'm sorry, bud.
I am ready.
Motherfucker.
We will prevail!
Helm Splitter. I mean, yeah, just fucking. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, yeah. This is actually the right move. I think defending is the correct move here with my casters. Would be nice if Gawain could like hit them.
I am ready.
Yeah, I mean,
How's that?
oh, fuck off.
That's it.
I shall return this favor.
You suck, bro.
Kazin!
Okay. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
We must hold out!
It's not looking good. Oh, come on! Fuck! Ah! Ah! It's over. What a long ass fight just to fucking lose it at the end. What an annoying fucking fight. Fuck you. But now I got a better strategy. I mean,
We shall prevail.
fucking, are you kidding me? No, now they're just insulting me. Now you're just insulting me.
My apologies.
What do I do with you, Caradoc? What do I do? I think I can still try to dazzle.
Meteor.
You have my gratitude. Ow!
That's so annoying. Oh, you know what I should be doing actually? This.
We will prevail!
Later, Dilla. Peace. And you're right, it is crazy they never constructed a boss theme for Dragon Quest II.
Omni heal.
Thank you very much.
I shall return this favor.
Kabuff. Oomph.
We will prevail!
Focus Pocus. Let's get that out now. Try to just put it to sleep. I mean, it could work. Oh, sick. It actually put them to sleep. Wowie. Sap. How about that?
We will prevail! We fight as one!
Okay, now we go for defense since its attack is as low as it can possibly go. We up the Kabuff. We do another sap. We keep Egg and Gawain on.
We shall prevail.
And it's still asleep. That's pretty crazy. Holy shit, it's still sleeping. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Focus Pocus again and then try to sap it again and egg him on and
I am ready.
Most unfortunate! We will prevail!
Try to put it to sleep again, I guess. Fuck.
Come up!
Sleep well.
Oh, wait, spells are nullified. My bad. Yeah. Oh, wait, they can't. She can't revive anybody. I just wasted a turn. Fuck. Another hustle dance. It's the safer move.
You'll be fine.
I rally anew.
Okay. Do an Omni heal. Oomph.
Omni heal!
I accidentally used hustle dance,
Be vigilant.
but that's fine.
We fight as one.
Just defend. Just defend. Try to snooze him, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it out.
How's that?
Oh shit! Got him. Ah, with the new tech, I did it. Got me another living memory. Let's go. Hope faded. Both the princess of men and the light most holy were lost to the dark. With Lady Rubis still unable to find her way back home, we fairies were left to fight alone. And so fight we did. Yet this time we could not content ourselves with acting merely as guides for the child of light. We had to find a way to bring back Rubis and her holy blessing back. Oh look, that's Erdrick right there. Together we crafted 5 blazing beacons that lit the way for Lady Rubis to return home. With her blessing, she drove back the darkness that gave the hero and his fair maiden the courage they needed to complete their quest. Once more, the hero among humans descended into darkness and brought back the light. With this, Alefgard burst into bloom, and the realm knew peace and joy like never before. Yet while her world celebrated with their whole hearts, Lady Rubis could not, for she sensed that somewhere amidst the blooming flowers, a seed of evil still lurked. We're done here. Did I come from the left or the right? I think I came from the right. So let's go left. No, there's a little hill here. No, we came from the left. We gotta go right. Or maybe we came from both. Perhaps that is all there is to find in this part of the ocean. Let us rise. Yes. We have to go to one that's not connected. Like right here. My eyes are glazing. Let's go ahead and remove all of the all of these. I think there's another one over here. Yeah. We will continue. Have I got everything here? Yeah. That's all of them. Dive! Everybody's got a spirit bracer now, but I don't want to use it. I'd rather have Gawain have more attack power than more defense, simply because he's already kind of beefy enough. Beautiful. Oh, wait, gold? Nope. There's treasure there. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to call the stream here. Yeah, I think I'm going to call the stream here. And then we'll fight this guy next time. I can just teleport here now, right? Yes, I can. Perfect. Let us away to Middenhall to save. Thank you all so much for joining me today. You know, while we're here, let's just snoop and find that last item that's been torturing me. There we go. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow, bright and early. Or at least as early as I can will it. And we will continue playing. Very glad that I did not get stuck on that boss that I thought I had to fight right away. Very, very glad that we made some progress and that I discovered new tech. Hopefully I'll remember it tomorrow. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourselves take care of each other, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.